Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Maximus Trades video. Today is Model Series Episode 3. This is the series where I walk you guys through the model which got me funded at 16 years old on Top Step on a 50K account. And I'll be walking through my strategy, the steps, and how it got me funded. I strongly recommend, if you haven't seen my previous 2 episodes on the model series, I strongly recommend you do watch those, because that's when I really go into the depth of my model, break it up to down to each and every one of the confluences, the time frames, how I look at everything, when I really kind of break it down into the charts. So if you feel like at any point today you're kind of like struggling to kind of keep up, or you don't really know what I'm talking about, just definitely watch my model video or any other videos on ICT concepts, because that's what I trade, just to help you all a little better. Today I'll do a little less talking in terms of my model. I'm just going to go quickly through the steps as you can see here, but they're not really in detail at all. It's kind of the bare bones, so I do recommend you go and look at my previous video if you still have trouble understanding my model. But anyway, just walk quickly with the steps. My model focuses on one, your key level being hit, so it can be a 1 hour, 4 hour, session high or low. It can be a new week opening gap, daily opening gap, any key levels in the higher time frames is what I like, and also session key levels in different sessions like London and Asia is what I target. After a key level gets hit, I look for a 5-minute confirmation in that direction. So take it, for example, a key high like a London high or a 4-hour high gets hit, I'm naturally looking for shorts because of liquidity concepts, and I wait for my 5-minute confirmation, which can be either an inversion of a fair value gap or an SMT, which can help me decide whether I am or I am not looking for shorts in that situation. After my confirmation, move on to step 3, which is my 5-minute continuation. It can either be an equilibrium retraced or a fresh fair value gap retraced. So I either look for one of those. Then I wait for my 1-minute confirmation. Now my 1-minute confirmation after my continuation is just simple. It's kind of like the 5-minute confirmation. I wait for an inversion for value gap, a break of structure, a continuation candle close, and of course step 5 is enter. Put my stop loss below a key high or key low or whatever level I marked out. It just depends on the trade. And I set normally 2 to 3 take profits, and I always go break even at take profit 1. I take most of my position out at take profit 2 if I have a take profit 3. So I know that was a little fast, a little quick. If you guys didn't understand anything too much, I think you should go look at my previous model video. But anyway, without further ado, let's get right into trading this. This is November 1st, 2025, and let's go right into as a live example trading my model. So first off, I'm gonna go on the 4-hour time frame markout. And here, I think this is a new week opening gap or like a whatever. Yeah, I think this is a new week opening gap right here, so I'm going to mark this one out. Again, this is counted as a key level for me. Go mark out the 4-hour. Let's go to the 1 hour, mark shit out real quickly. Boom, boom, and I'm going to go out and mark out this 5-minute shit right here. Always mark out London session as well. The reason why I mark out London session is because it gives me an idea what the market was doing before and whether it's going to continue doing it. Here I can just see we kind of went up, consolidated, no really manipulation. We do have this manipulation right before New York pre-market of these lows, which kind of led to this high move. So maybe you might be looking for manipulation again and continuation patterns, but that's just something to keep in the back of my mind. But from that, we are taking this 4-hour high, which might be something considered like a shorts for key levels. Just dependent if we have SMT. We don't really have an SMT here, but it's always good to mark out these levels and stuff. So again, just marking out some levels. Here we have this, we're kind of breaking above these highs. We took out all of these Asia highs. So I do think shorts, we might see a short move right at market open just to the downside. I think we might see something like that. Yeah, we don't really have news. We have like PMI at 10, which is cool. Be aware of that there, but I do think we might see just like a little down move. What would be perfect is if we can come down, manipulate this pre-market low and make it SMT, which I do think pre-market lows count as a key level for me, especially this low, because it's making relative equal lows in London lows. So that's not like, that's just kind of stacking up there. So that's what I would like. I don't think we're gonna get that necessarily. We're looking to, yeah, there we go. We do get that sweep of that low, so I was right. We predict that right. And matter of fact, S&P's all the way down to this London low. So if we come down and take out this low like we just did on S&P, we have a 5-minute inversion. This can look really good for us if we can just inverse this 5-minute value gap and have a retest. I will enter. We have a SMT as well. It's a fat S&P to be aware of. So let's just see what we do here. Looks like we're gonna dump a little more, come up. I'm not gonna inverse that gap, which is kind of annoying. Hopefully it's just end up dumping. It'll be so annoying, bro. Oh, we just end up dumping as well. But we have this for value gap. We're still holding this SMT, I do believe. No, not anymore. But now we're on NASDAQ. I might just take this inversion here on NASDAQ because I like it a lot better. We don't have S&P anymore, so we have to be aware of that. We have to wait for this inversion here. There we go. Inversion secure. Mark out that equilibrium right here. We have the retest plus the retest of this fair value gap we're going to make. So I do want to see maybe like come down to like this level properly. Like that. Perfect. We have that 1 minute inversion of a gap right there. I'll mark it out so you guys can see. 1 minute inversion of this gap. We need this one to kind of close above. There we go. A little retest maybe. Oh, that's a big retest. There we go. I'm entering. I do think this is marking out all my key levels. This follows all my steps. I'm just going to place the order first, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. But it's like that. All right. So first off, we had dumping, right? We said longs look nice if we manipulated the lows, and we ended up manipulating the lows. We dumped all the way down to this key London low. And as you can see, S&P's all the way down to this low. So we didn't really have SMT to work with, but we did have an inversion of a 5 minute gap here. We had a chop down to this 5 minute bullish fair value gap, which we retested. So that first off, I should mark out the key level being it is this London low, 1. 2, our 5 minute confirmation is this fair value gap being inversed. That's 2. Then our third thing is we've just made this bullish fair value gap on the NASDAQ. As you can see, we had a full leg down, respecting that 50%. It's called a consequent encroachment. I don't want to get too technical, but a 50% line of a fair value gap is called a consequent encroachment. So we went down and retested that level perfectly. So that's step 3, a retest of a fresh fair value gap. And now we just had that 1 minute confirmation in this inversion of this fair value gap. So now I'm going to enter these longs. Nothing wrong with the S&P as well. Enter these long stop loss, just safe down here. It's a pretty conservative stop loss. And I have my order set up on the higher time frame. So I'm going to save this. Then I'm just going to lock in here. I will probably take partials at this high. And my full TP is there. So I want to see what happens now. Looks like we just consolidate a little more. End up going up. Then we're kind of going down now. It's really choppy, looks like. Finally get that breakout above, but again, we're just testing back down. It looks like a really choppy day right now. I'm not too sure why, but we end up getting that breakout up. We're in profit right now. Again, just coming back down and coming back up. It's really annoying here. We do end up finally taking out this high, so I am going to go up and take out like 50% of my position there. And I am going to break even this trade because I do feel like it's really choppy. I don't want to end up kind of reversing down in my position, especially considering if we do have an SMT here. As you can see, we're above these highs on NASDAQ, but on S&P, but we're still kind of at this high on the NASDAQ, so I do think it's cool. We still have 50% riding and we're at break even, so we can't lose money on this trade. Looks like we're just consolidating. Looks like we might get stopped out at break even. We do get stopped out at break even, but overall, we ended up making, a good amount of money, 10K on 100K, so we made up 10% on a 100K account. Cool trade. I mean, it was really choppy. I don't know why it was choppy, but overall, our confluences lined up, our strategy lined up, and we ended up today profitable. So, pretty cool. Good little trade there. Just to recap, again, we had that key level being hit London low. Boom, step 1. Step 2, we had that inversion of this 5 minute for value gap. Step 2, confirmation. Step 3, we had that retest right here. I'm going to zoom in. We had that retest right over here of that bullish for value gap we just made there. Step 3, that's our continuation. Then step 4, we had that 1 minute inversion of this fair value gap we made over here. That was step 4. And we ended up entering. Our target was a little up here, but we did say we were going to take partials at this high, which we ended up doing. Took 50% of our position off at the high and break even at TP1, like I said before. And then we ended up getting stopped out at break even. So overall, not completely the way we wanted to go, but we ended up profitable. We ended up with good profit. Followed our strategy to a T. It was good profitable day. So tomorrow I will be looking to trade January 5th, the first day in a while. I'll be back trading on the live account challenge. So I will be posting a live account challenge. If you guys have been following that one, it'll probably be episode 9 or 10, I can't remember, of the live account challenge tomorrow. I'll be posting a video tomorrow night about that. So yeah, I'm looking to trade after a while, looking to be pretty good. But overall, going into 2026, hopefully, starting off 2026 with a bang tomorrow. But we'll see. But anyway, that wraps up Model Series Episode 3, and that's Maximus Trades out.